Hello and welcome to week 3 of the course EU Security and the Future of NATO. In the previous weeks, you explored the historical foundations of NATO and how the alliance evolved after the Cold War. This week, you will examine the role of the European Union as a security actor and how the EU contributes to international security governance. While NATO remains the primary military alliance responsible for collective defense in Europe, the European Union has gradually developed its own security and defense mechanisms. Understanding this development will help you analyze how different international institutions cooperate to address contemporary security challenges. The European Union was initially created as an economic and political integration project. However, over time, the EU began to develop a stronger role in foreign policy and international security. This process led to the creation of the Common Foreign and Security Policy and later the Common Security and Defense Policy, which allows the EU to conduct civilian and military missions abroad. These missions focus on areas such as conflict prevention, peacekeeping, crisis management, and institutional support in fragile states. As you study this topic, you should consider how the EU complements the role of NATO and how both institutions contribute to European security governance. This week introduces several important concepts that will help you analyze the European Union's role in security policy. You will explore the Common Foreign and Security Policy, which provides the framework for the EU's international diplomatic and security actions. You will also examine the Common Security and Defense Policy, which allows the EU to conduct crisis management operations and peacekeeping missions. Another important concept is strategic autonomy, which refers to the ability of the European Union to act independently in security and defense matters when necessary. As you review the weekly materials, you should reflect on how these policies shape the EU's role in international security governance. During this week, you will complete several learning activities designed to deepen your understanding of the European Union's security role. First, you should review the lecture materials and assigned readings, which explain the institutional development of EU foreign and security policy. Next, you will participate in the discussion forum, where you will analyze the relationship between NATO and the European Union in international security cooperation. You will also complete a short quiz, which will help you review the key concepts introduced in this week's module. Finally, you will complete a weekly analytical project, where you will evaluate the EU's role as a security actor in the international system. This week also includes an interactive analytical activity. You will examine several examples of EU security missions and crisis management operations conducted under the Common Security and Defense Policy. These missions illustrate how the European Union contributes to international stability through civilian missions, peacekeeping operations, and institutional support programs. As you complete this activity, you should analyze how the EU's security capabilities complement NATO's military role. In a discussion forum, you will analyze the following question. Can the European Union become an independent security actor without relying on NATO? When writing your response, you should support your argument using evidence from the readings or policy materials introduced in this week's module. Your initial post should present a clear analytical perspective, and you should also respond constructively to at least 2 contributions from your classmates. The discussion forum will help you develop critical thinking and engage in collaborative academic debate. At the end of the module, you will complete a short quiz designed to help you review the key concepts introduced this week. The quiz will focus on topics such as the Common Foreign and Security Policy, the Common Security and Defense Policy, the EU's role in international crisis management. Completing the quiz will help you consolidate your understanding before moving to the next weekly topic. Your weekly project will focus on analyzing the role of the European Union as a security actor. You may choose the format that best demonstrates your understanding of the topic. For example, you may submit a policy analysis essay, a short video explanation, a podcast discussion, an infographic, or a narrated presentation. Regardless of the format you choose, your project should demonstrate critical analysis and engagement with the key concepts introduced this week. To guide your work, please consult the project assessment rubric available in the course platform. The rubric explains how your project will be evaluated, focusing on understanding of the topic, analytical reasoning, use of evidence, clarity of communication. Using the rubric during your preparation will help you develop a well-structured and effective submission. Week 3 introduces the European Union as an important actor in international security governance. As you work through this week's materials, you should reflect on how the EU and NATO interact within the broader European security architecture. Understanding this institutional relationship will help you analyze future developments in European security cooperation and defense policy. I look forward to seeing your ideas in the discussion forum and your projects in the weekly assignment. Good luck with your work this week.